Hi everybody, Steve McIntosh here, just taking a quick minute of your time to explain what we can expect as we head into the end of the year for the fiscal year transition and time reporting. This year presents a unique challenge as the first day of the fiscal year is Sunday, July 1st, and our work weeks begin on Monday. So technically we've got a one-day week before the week of July 2nd starts. Because Sunday hours are so unusual, and to avoid further complexity during an already complicated and crunch time, we're going to bypass that one-day week and make the week of July 2nd our first week to report on. Now, based on conversations and email exchanges, we know that our desired outcome is to split the biweekly attendance reports so that each department has 2 reports for this payroll period. We'll have the last week of the fiscal year, or the week of July 25th on one report, and then the week of July 2nd on another. What we're expecting to see on week 1 is time allocated in the first week columns and X's in the Sunday and second week columns, and then essentially the reverse in week 2 where we have X's Monday through Saturday, and then we've got time for Monday through Friday in week 2. How are we going to do this? Well, in order to split the reports and have 2 per department in a single 2-week period, the normal cycle is going to be suspended for timesheets for both of those weeks. Timesheets are going to be monitored for readiness and manually processed into their respective biweekly attendance reports containing just the proper days. Under the rules enacted last December, timesheets are considered to be ready when all department timesheets for a pay period have been submitted and reviewed and approved by supervisors. Let's take a closer week at week 1, which is really the final week of this fiscal year, the week of June 25th. Employees can submit time for that week as early as Friday the 29th, but most of those are likely to be submitted and approved by their supervisors on Monday 2nd. Looking back at the data that we have for the last month, the median time for timesheets to be submitted and approved is really by noon on Monday. So we've got a really quick turnaround time there. So starting on Monday, July the 2nd, I will be monitoring the readiness of these timesheets and begin the manual creation of attendance reports, and that will continue until all departments' reports have been created for that week. More good news here from a timeliness perspective. With the exception of just a handful of directors, most biweekly attendance reports are approved within 2 business hours, so Virginia can expect to see many of these reports for the week of the 25th before the July 4th holiday. One caveat to that is that we already have 21 individuals with vacation requests flanking the July 4th holiday, so that could introduce some slight delays to the submission and approval process. Okay, shifting gears and looking at week 2, it's essentially a carbon copy of week 1, just with different dates. Our employees can submit time for the week of the 2nd as early as July 6th. Most of those are actually going to be submitted and approved on July 9th. Just as with the prior week, monitoring of completion and manual creation of attendance reports will begin on July 9th and continue until all departments' reports have been created. Again, most biweekly attendance reports are approved quickly, so Virginia can expect to see many of the reports for the week of the 2nd by July 10th. Knowing that we'll have just a handful of the usual suspects to chase down and get completions on, I suspect that we will continue to bird dog those bi-weekly attendance report approvals, perhaps up to the 13th and maybe even into the week of the 16th, but hopefully not. After that, we'll be back to normal, where the first full pay period of the fiscal year is going to be July 9th through the 22nd. All systems will be reverted back to the default, where we encounter the nice rhythm that we've been in all year long. That will just pick up and get reinstated starting for the week of the 9th. If you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to reach out. Otherwise, consider it to be in my hands. If anybody has any questions or needs, I have cleared my calendar to be on point, particularly during the week of the 2nd and through the 4th holiday. Please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know how I can help. Thanks.